Sarah, and welcome back to AuthorTube NewTubers. This is episode 13, maybe? I'm not feeling well today, but I really needed to get this recorded, so I apologize if I'm not nearly as, up as I usually am. I'm just not feeling well. I don't want to have my contacts in for the same reason, so I apologize if this is annoying to any of you. It is unintentional. I don't even know what to do about the glare. It just is what it is. And I changed my setup so everything's just a little askew. It'll all be different next time when I get everything fixed. So again, I am sorry, please don't hate me. So once again this week I have another list of new author tubers who have either started channels recently, who I just found or whatever. They all have under 100 subs and they are all new to me. Liz White writes urban fantasy, paranormal, historical, and high fantasy. Brandon Adams writes fantasy. The Good Scribe also writes fantasy. Mary Wimbley writes paranormal, urban fantasy, sci-fi, and various other genres. Sarah and Sierra write fantasy and urban fantasy. Danielle Gastineau writes fantasy. I believe Gina Briganti writes paranormal romance. I'm not entirely sure what genre Myra Grace Delensig, I'm probably saying that wrong, writes in, but I do know that they just started pre-orders. I believe it was yesterday when you're seeing this video. Aveline Woods writes dark fantasy and sci-fi. David Desero writes fantasy and horror. Christian Michael writes in various genres. Elias Tanira writes short stories. Next is Pilots of the Pen. And then Jess Hensley, sketch writer Jess. J.P. Choquette writes horror. Cher Hughes writes speculative fiction. Next is Hina Rathor. I believe Galaxy Inc. writes middle grade and fantasy. Little Inks writes sci-fi. The last channel is inspired content, and I don't know for sure what they write. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Don't forget to go down to the description box down below and check out all of these channels, subscribe to all of the ones you find interesting. Remember that all of these channels are fairly new, so most of them don't have all the nicest equipment, they don't have the best lighting, they don't look great, and they look kind of like the shit that I'm doing tonight because I don't feel well. And that's okay because we all have to start somewhere, so please be patient with people. Don't be shitty just because their quality isn't amazing. Remember, we all started somewhere, and somewhere is different for all of us. Anyway, I think that wraps it up for this week. Don't forget that I do have links down below to all of my friends' channels. I also have links to my Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Snapchat, and to tonight's Extreme Drowess video, which starts at 8 p.m. Central Time. Extreme Drowess is a D&D game that we play over on twitch.tv/plasticageplays. If you haven't checked it out, you are kind of late to the game, but you're more than welcome to come join and try to catch up. It'll be a little like catching up to a soap opera, but you can always go back and catch up on those videos both on Twitch and on YouTube to get caught up to the episode we are on. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, please hit like and subscribe down below. I will see you guys all later, and have a good week.